and crash it into the bells. For sure. Anyway, Big now on the CT side. Heroic trying to creep with no grenades towards the secret area. Tabson's going to get picked off by a Glock. The Glocks have had quite a performance so far today. But it's a 4 versus 4. Soon to be 3 for Big because Next will get deleted.
This crossfire. Oh, yeah, you got to kill them. Oh, and he goes forward. He's got to be careful with this one. 3v3. This is very sketchy stuff in the vents. And things calm down a little bit. The reload comes in. Smoothier's position definitely known now. What do Heroic do from this position? They're going to continue to press on the lower bomb site. Stavin takes down Xantares, and now that's going to leave just 2 here for Big, and they are all falling. Ace attack with 3.
Yeah, that's the craziest part, right? Especially, I hate the buys when T's lose the pistol with the plant and they bust out the Kriegs. I think that kind of needs a fix somewhere or another.
All right, Heroic. They've got their opening kill, and through the smoke they go. They've got the numbers to trade in this particular situation. Like, is Scream even playing for a team right now?
No, I don't believe he is. He was playing for Gamer Legion. Is that
it's been such a long time where he just hasn't been circulated in the French-speaking teams. It just seems crazy to me.
Well, he was playing on that Gamer Legion team, but now he's not anymore.
Well, that's a shame. Oh, I see. Scream and HS benched as they build an all-Swedish team. Well, that was a pretty wild make-up. But,
I'm sure there's a reason.
Not one that I will accept.
Maybe you should start a team, James. Send Scream an offer. Let's pay him in watches every month.
I can make him
got a bunch of watches.
Yeah, but I want them. I'm a hoarder. I can make him a member of the Republic of Bardistan.
What?
The Republic of Bardistan.
What is this, Dan?
I made my own republic. It was going to happen eventually, wasn't it? I'm tired of following other people's rules. So don't worry, you'll hear more about it soon. There'll be
because Big are definitely in a position of struggle. That is, could reset things here with the full buy. Snappy though opens things up, takes down Next. Tizzy with a defense, takes down 2. Beautiful work from him, holding down. Oh my god, it gets even better for Tizzy, and 3 frags, and there's maybe more in store as the USP comes out. Some assistance from Xantares, and finally Tizzy is removed from his position, but it's cost far too much.
We're all going to die from heat death, Sean Gears. Also, space is fake. 3-1 for Heroic. Both teams on the buy now. We've got a fast move towards T-Red from Borup. He spotted a leg on the outside. He's focused, he's spraying, and he's got no bullets left, and now he's dead. Maybe a mistake.
This is creative.
Yeah. That smoke kind of foils that. His attack, though, looking not to be denied, will be denied. Tizian will reposition. They will hear that, though, so be careful. Cadian crouching all the way, and he's owned it. Beautiful movement from Cadian. Oh, that's even better from Next, though. The transfer down low, and that really leaves Heroic without really anything to work with. Snappy able to eventually trade Next out, but his position's known now. That's really the issue. Can't even find his way out of the smoke, and that's going to be a very
Glocks and a guest appearance from a P250 for Cadian. Auto shotty, oh, satisfying when it lands. Really is. Some nice money made now.
Just trying to keep that tight.
He forgets sometimes, you know. There's one period where I had one for like 6 months, and I just wasn't playing, so I forgot. Next, though, he'll start things off really well here for Big. Down by the vents. That shotgun is dangerous. And Next, they're waiting. There's no nothing for this angle, just a raw peek. And well, Snappy will catch Tabson outside, but
30 seconds remain. Tizian has 2 places of concern. That's such a nice peek with AWP, but he won't check for a second player. 20 seconds remain now. Flash towards Squeaky. Heroic edging ever so slightly, but maybe too slightly, and there's a shotgun in the back.
We have to adapt and do something different.
Got the pistols, maybe they can get something out of this. They do trade out nicely on the upper bomb site. Smoothier's in trouble. He will fall back. Oh my days. These Deagle shots coming in are really causing problems. Nice flick from Smuya, but the upper bomb site has been lost. They will try to quickly reclaim it here with a flashbang. And with the positioning of Ace Tag below, it might be difficult to get this to happen. The trays are in. And do they want to sacrifice Smuya as well? Looks like that won't be the case. He'll try to edge out. And there it is. Sometimes it's just a pistol rush, just the speed of it, and catches players off guard.
It's crazy. I feel like, you know, that pistol round we saw when they ran off Catwalk, Snappy got the 3K deagle on the retake. That was a pivotal moment on Dust 2, and I feel like this could be a pretty important moment on Nuke.
Oh, was he going to survive? No, I think he would have got blown up anyway.
Being pretty quick towards ramp this time around. As Sean said, maybe they were kind of really trying to focus on the upper bomb side. So here we see something quite different. A quick ramp take. Santaris looking to hold his ground, or can he get out of there? In fact, he's going to do so much damage. He's got the support to come in to be able to stay alive in this position. And Heroic have picked up ramp for the cost of 3 players. That is simply way too much damage received.
Yeah, when I first saw at the start of this game, Xantares was playing ramp, I was like, oh, that's an interesting person to be playing ramp, because he loves fighting. And typically the person that plays ramp
could always be an accident for Big. Do they have a kit? Yes, they have a kit on Tizian.
Only Tizian.
Only Tizian with the kit. They're all down by the bomb, though.
Yeah, they've got the place well surrounded, but someone needs to
sketchy.
get on the bomb. There we go, Tizian's on the bomb. You've got the meat shield there. S-Tag's got to find the right man immediately.
Wow, okay,
Yikes.
that's nasty, isn't it?
Well, everything a little bit easier for Big. I was going to say the M4s, but there are no M4s. There are Deagles though, and a CZ and P250. All more lethal now. Minute 30 on the clock, Heroic with some nice positions. A smoke towards the mini area, or we call it main, but the Americans call it mini, and
That
indeed
4-3.
Borup has not spotted Tabson, but he'll spot him soon enough.
Yeah, this is fantastic, isn't it? Heroic are... It looked so sketchy. It looked like they didn't have too much depth, and that Big were about to stabilize, but...
Then they win an eco and that crazy 2-on-4.
Yeah,
and now the game is just totally shifted.
Just in the wrong timings like that too. Before you're mentioning.
Yeah, it almost feels like some of their players get complacent when they go up, and not even only in score, but in a given round, they get a little bit too complacent and aggressive.
This is actually a nice angle for the decal, and there you go. We'll see a pretty fast movement there from Borup. As you mentioned before, he tends to be going towards the secret area quite often, and it's going to be a very fast play off the hot roof, sorry, the main roof, and they will absolutely demolish the outside setup. Everyone's dead.
God.
That's a gorgeous strat right there, because you could see as those players dropped over, there was a Molotov in mini, which means that the 5th player went in lobby, blew up the door, and Molotov mini. So that way that player had to either force...
Although, was it the fire rates which was adjusted for the org?
Only the unscoped.
Okay.
And the recoil slightly.
Yeah, the scope is a
no.
lot. Cadian with the Krieg. Do you know what? Having a scoped weapon as a sniper, like a non-sniper, is so good. It works.
Isn't it crazy that those guns just like flew under the radar for so long?
Yeah, yeah.
Given how many hours like, pros like myself put into the game, the guns never caught on.
It was always there.
I knew it was
just
good.
always there.
Bardolph knew it was good.
Bardolph knew.
Tizian now in a 1 versus 2. He's 1 versus 2 Kriegs, 2 cannons, 2 meat grinders, and here comes the first one, stabbing with a peek. He manages to survive that. 25 HP. Moves around, looks the wrong way. The variance, the tight angles to limit the variance. It makes it harder for Big to abuse the numbers on a CT push. Santaros are the 1 dig, but he is surrounded. He'll collect a Krieg. That's pretty notable. S-Tag. Oh, I thought he might have missed that angle completely, but he gets there just in the nick of time. 2 versus 2 now. Variance continues. S-Tag maybe looking for a fast plant with 17 seconds on the clock.
They've managed to stabilize in terms of getting the bomb down. That's pretty huge. If you look at the fact that there's no defuse kit, only a single flashbang for utility for Big, Heroic can really play these corners, these angles, the doors for quite some time, and it's going to be annoying for Big. Heroic, they just have to buy time. They should be able to win this round.
Yeah, it almost seems unwinnable for Big right now. it would take an overcommitment like this frag, but I mean, Snappy's gonna win that engagement. And now it's impossible. I mean, that round was a heaven push actually, where they mid-gamed it into the lower hit late round, which we hadn't seen yet.
Oh, he's tried to go down event, but he's missed it. He's missed it, Jim. Down he goes eventually, but now it's... Or it makes his way down towards the decontamination area. And it's a 4v4. Smia taken out by the ramp.
Oh, they don't have a smoke for this.
This is so tough for Big. They're just been outpositioned, outmaneuvered. And look at that fight. That's not a fight you want to take, but there's nothing else Xantares can really do.
This could be a 2-0 for Heroic, let's not forget.
It's looking like it's going to happen. They're looking really good here on Nuke so far.
An in-game leader and a second voice, a second experienced voice.
Big are trailing massively. They lost the first map. Dust 2 against Heroic. They really need this pistol, and Tizian will try to get himself down the vent, but he has been completely halted. And the rest of Big will make their way towards Secret, and they have been spotted.
Yeah, he's kind of cowering in a corner right there. Please don't hurt him.
Oh my god, there's so many people. Brought up in the back though, able to pick off one, peeling away these players as they try to make their way to the bomb site. Nice shot from Tabson. Right on the side though, he'll go down as well. Xantares is mad. Wishes to be abused by these Danes no longer.
It feels like both of the teams ran similar pistol rounds where they just ran outside and looked for fights down in Secret, which is kind of cool. Maybe it's something going on in the meta right now in Europe.
Yeah, it's good that we see a priority there. Stammen goes close with the Eagle, gets some tagging though. The AK finds his head straight away from Xantares, and Tizian holds the back with the Mag 10 is perfect. And this Mag 7 is going to go in here. S-Tag is going to go forwards. He actually cancels the plant. Oh, he's actually dropped the bomber. This is a problem. A huge, huge problem here for Big. So it's talking about stealing around. They are down a man, but they've got the bomb. They've got some position. Snappy needs a headshot or two. He's pretty good with the Eagle, but he can't find the finishing shots. And the Mag 7 simply does not cut it from that range. It feels like it took teams a long time to kind of figure out how to play the T sides.
It feels like teams finally understand the map, right? It doesn't seem like Astralis is the only team that knows how to play it these days.
Yeah. It's definitely come a long way. I didn't think the map was really all that salvageable initially.
Oh my, I hate to see it.
It almost looked like he was okay.
Yeah.
Steal that Krieg. That's a huge pickup.
I think they'll let him live with that?
Get that Krieg. They might. Their economy is probably not amazing. Actually, where is their economy at?
I think 4 people lived the prior round.
Okay. They could.
That's pretty decent.
Oh, Krieg is so good. It's like they'll smoke their own molly.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. They're just like one step ahead of the whole CT doing that.
Oh, that pop flash. That's not bad, but Stavin stays alive on top of the hut, and his teammates are helping him out here as he creeps towards the back. He's still alive, he's still doing damage. Almost gets another one there, but everybody's falling. Cadian, if he gets this frag, he's definitely on. Oh, that's huge. The molly missed. Oh, I think Cadian, he could have got the 5 Kevlars, no helmets. Oh, that Mag 10. Cadian repositioning, that's really important with this orb. Going towards hut, that's kind of, it is a bit crazy, but they need some crazy, and they need to pay off. Maybe Cadian gets something here with this. You'd never expect the orb to be in this position. You don't have to worry about that window like in previous iterations. That's good. Oh my god, Xantares still gets the kill. That's outrageous.
Some really fast kills going down on the hut.
Oh wow. CT round's so hard to come by.
Again, Big is going with this upper hit.
Ooh, Xantares pretty blind there. Borup will take him down. Great counter utility from Heroic to really stop this push from doing anything. Borup just walking around. A couple kills in return finally from Big, but not quite in the way that they wanted. These smokes are going away. That needs to be... The cover is not there though. S-Tag able to keep himself alive, has to smoke off the main position, not ideal.
Being alive for the retake, real important. Perfect timing. So many CTs, so few Tease, and now Tabson is the only one remaining. You may have heard the rotation earlier in main, but just around the corner. Okay, and just hunting for one player, taken out by another one, and it will be a CT round for Heroic. I love the scopes on the Krieg as well when you're zoomed in. I have the racing car livery one. Oh man, you don't get much of a chance, do you?
You die so fast.
Once they start firing, you're pretty much dead, as Snappy can allow Xantares to attest to. 4 versus 2 now as Tabson gets deleted as well. Man, it's nasty. Double Krieg on the CT side, no less. The Phantom on the scope. Next may be turned into a ghost if he makes his way forward. 10 seconds now. There he goes. Too many angles, and it is formality versus the scope with an angle. How the org used to be, again, when you're holding a B-bomb site, how it would tear people to pieces. The Krieg seems to have taken that place. More of an opportunist rifle. It looks like they did, as S-Tag gets taken up by a flash from Nex and a kill from Tabson.
He went aggressive with the Krieg. Through a flash for Borup. Just to line up for Cadian. And that's Borup going off of the shot of his teammate with the AWP. And that is perfect. Tabson will take him down. But it's a 3v3 and then there's less than a minute. And the bomb is outside. How does it make its way inside?
Trade frags around that squeaky area. And there's a Krieg again, man. It is nasty. And then there was one, Cadian. But they're coming his way. Time to pull out the AWP, surely. Oh, he hasn't heard it. On the USP. Oh, he's just backed off at the right time. Going for the flick. Just missing the leg there. That is very common, that.
Oh yeah, didn't like Simple get a frag through that? Yeah.
Maybe like a scout or something.
There's one, there's two. Big turning things around now. This is going to be really hard for Heroic to recover from. Real hard. S-Tag on the ladder, throwing smokes. He's got the party tricks out. Now things turn around. They've got position now. Big in the lobby. That smoke has done wonders. Snappy now with an angle on the ramp, and everything could be changing here with some really nice bunny hopping, but to no avail. What on earth has happened?
Snappy did exactly what he needed to do there, but there are still two choices. Tizian goes down or he goes up, and he's going to go up this time. And has he outpositioned the CTs? It looks like he may have done so. He's given himself enough space for a bomb plant, but he's not 100% sure what's going on. Quick molly to cover himself from the close position, and desperately prays no one comes up from the ladder just yet. As he makes his way off of the bomb plant towards the hut, trying to find himself the 1v1. He knows that S-Tag is around the corner, but there's only so much he can do about that. Going for the wrap here. It's a smart play from Tizian to try to find the flank onto S-Tag, who doesn't know specifically where Tizian is just yet, and it may be the master stroke. If Tizian can get there in time, but the timing really is everything. And unfortunately for Tizian, it's not planted for him. They're just sticking it at this point. He's been spotted, and Borup will take him down. And
maybe even the deagle on Xantares, to be honest. Why has Xantares got a deagle? Hold on a second. Xantares has a deagle. And Nex has 43 HP with the AK. Someone has to make a call here. Xantares is just wide swinging with that deagle, and he's dead.
That was a very interesting person to be making that play, I guess.
Yeah.
All by himself.
Yeah, at this point it's looking a little bit hopeless. They had a plan. I think they just got to the point where like, well, this isn't going to work, and they're just trying to get peaks.
Taking a lot of damage. Everyone's got armor. Xantares is on your team. Give him the AK. But now it might be the end of the line here for Big. There's an org to be collected.
That hurts though. There's a lot of spots where like going for a 1v2 trade might not look the best.
Horrible choke points, such as the nature of Nuke. The shotgun rattles off some warning shots. Nex loses the bomb. He's got a few bullets left, and Tabson now with 1 HP and a 1 versus 2. Now it's a none versus 2. Heroic take the series 2-0 with a 16-10 on Nuke, their pick, after taking Bigs in the first map.